So today the idea is to bring to you the idea I have concerning the Gondorian civilization, how they can fight, how they can use their weapons on a battlefield, and this have been inspired by the high mythologies, something like 12th century, and as already the equipment we have there, spears, shields, swords, some axes, and also pikes. So first we'll see the basics and how we can articulate different weapons in this ensemble, in the wall formation. We'll see first the shields and the spear, which are, according to me, the base for an army like this, which is a bit inspired by medieval ages, but also Roman in some ways. So this is a very covering shields, and we have spears to complete this because it's not the most expensive choice we can bring to a battlefield, but still something very useful if you want to give much chances to your soldiers to survive a conflict, a battle, or whatever could happen. God. With this position, you can see very well that shields there have been designed, inspired, as I say, by the high Middle Ages, but something a bit more covering. Once more to remind you a bit of Roman centuries, and this will work marvelous with the proper helmet, with the nose piece there and the top, of course. But that being said, in this position we have just two lines, but with those two lines you can clearly see that if I can come closer by any chances, like pushing one way or another way, there, the spears, and I come closer, there, second line can easily push and directly thrust right in my face to oblige me to go backward or just kill me. So that could be very effective altogether. This position can also provide with some help coming from the back with some pikes. With a pike like this, you can have much more spears facing you when you are in front there of the line, and you can have there spears, a pike there, and if you can once again close the distance, there is the same problem there, another spear can come and directly thrust right in your face, right in your belly or shoulders, whatever is there in the way. We can even include this. Well, this is a poleaxe, okay, but Tolkien's books mention that there is in some Gondorian hosts, some regions, you have
Axemen of Lothar.
Thank you. You have the axemen from Lothar, and those guys have long axes, and this is quite long, about 2 meters, which is kind of like the same length we can find also again 13th 12th centuries, about the same size. Those long axes, according to me, and not only me, are something that could come in the line in order to inflict a lot of damage. Let's see this. So, as I say, from the back could come also pikemen, and the pikemen could be on each side there. In between the lines, those guys could come there and complete the line perfectly. All this could work together without any problem, and you have about the same distance with an opponent. Even perhaps you can imagine that pikes could come a bit closer all together. So let's see, simply I can just come from the back and come closer and complete the line there. for much more pikes at the front. And with this, the idea is to perhaps prevent cavalry charges. We have also the possibility, as I say, to include their axe. The axe, an axe. The axe. There. Will come the same way. It can still be there. I come right there as a pikeman. Could still be there. I can just come close. Just like that, it can still continue to stab, to thrust. And if someone close the distance and perhaps is ready to hit my comrade there, I can simply prevent this by smashing, bashing his head right in his helmet with the axe. That's something that could be very effective, and we can continue to work all together like this. I can perhaps push, wait, opening, wait, opening, and perhaps if I come close to any difficulties, I can remove myself from the battlefield and perhaps change line and come there to help my friend that could perhaps be facing an opponent that push a lot, put a lot of pressure on them, they have difficulties to keep the distance, and we can perhaps prevent this by using axes there, helping the front line with the axe, like this. God. All right. Then, now we want to present you just how to include swords in there. According to me, those swords will be like on what we'll find during the 14th century, because what we know about the Gondorians, it's that some of them already have plate armors. Means that there is such craftsmanship that they are able to produce this kind of armor, which goes also with swords that could be used really effectively with both thrusting and slashing. So just imagine that for any reasons, we don't care about the reasons right now, just imagine that this fighter right in the middle lose his spear. Perhaps the spear broke, perhaps the enemy have been able to block it, and you have to use a sword. This sword will be used both, as I said, in thrusting, so you just have to stab like this, and you see how he push also with the shield in order to protect his hand. Thrust like this. The problem will be, of course, with the distance, because with the spear you have a much longer distance. Here you can, but here you can be thrust through by a spear, but for the sword you have to be much closer, you have to be there in order for letting him touch me. And this is why also he'll have perhaps the need to come forward, especially if we want to use the sword in order to slash and cut through his opponent like this. It needs a bit of space, and being too close altogether could be a bit dangerous, but this is a situation in which you are a bit exposed, and the idea, according to me, in order to keep a high-trained garrison and an high-trained army like the Gondorians have, is to just be prepared to go backward, whatever the reason, but whatever the needs are, you go back when it's dangerous for you. You let your comrade come at your place, right in the line, right when you are in difficulties. You have your comrade behind, watching you. It's just so that you have just lose the spear for any reason, and he come close in order to help his comrade. There you have a contact. There, he knows at the front line that his comrade is ready to help. And after trying to push back his opponent, he can go backward, and you have there a new soldier with a spear, ready to push again, to push back your opponent, your enemies. And this, you can do it also with different depths. Here we have just fighters that are by pair 2. But imagine this could be something with perhaps a line of 5 guys. Could work. Could very well work. But about that, I have no ideas yet. Something I have to be tested with a larger scale to have an idea about how much we need fighters in the depth. So how deep have to be the different lines? It just depends. I'm not sure at all. You have to search about this and see later on. But this can provide with a lot of opportunities to answer the different threats we'll be facing right when we will fight later on with opponents. That will be for another time. So, in order to change the line, what we do? First, you have front line there, second line there. First, okay, he's fighting. Whatever the reason, he loses the spear. You have to use the second weapon. Could be there, sword, but imagine that during medieval ages it would be much more like mace, an axe, something like that, much more simple. But here we're in a fantasy world, so whatever we can have a bit of swords. Well, those swords, as I say, it could be stab and slash. But still, it's not the base case scenario. Then, his comrade at the back is his friend, you know him, train with him, you know that that's a painful situation. You don't want to be there. So he comes close, you see, with a shield, helping him, and also you see how you rotate the spear in order to simply allow him to go backward easily and be also prepared in order to answer any opponent that can come close there, close the shield, come forward to close the line, and he can answer easily by stabbing from the top, and he can switch and bring the spear down there in order to use at a full length with the full possibilities of the spear. Grab, rest, grab, rest, grab, rest, grab, march, 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 fight, stop, back, 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 rest. Well, this is just a simple video for show you what we did this weekend. We hope in the future to present this, but in a full costume with a piece of armor, everything that could be very neat on the camera, and also help you to understand how you use the armor, and especially the helmet, to work with the shield, which is something matching according to me, and to create some great looking army. You will have some degree of cohesion in the equipment. And everything all together have to be shot later on with every equipment. And another thing that we want to do in order to test this and have a bit of fun, of course, this is one of the ideas and the aim, is to have every one of us masks and a bit of protection occurs in order to use this with all the waster we have and create little battle like this, 5 against 5 perhaps, or perhaps more in the future. We hope so. So let's see later. And something you have to know also, that this didn't came out from nowhere. This is something I learn at my work, working with other groups, and this is a bit of a mix-up of what I read, what I've been doing as a job, and what I've been watching also on the web sometimes. And I mix up everything there. I'll link in the description, of course, every one that inspired me, which are most of them colleagues or friends, so you will have different places to check out the content. And if you want to see, of course, the other video concerning the equipment for Middle-earth and how to use all this equipment all together, just follow the channel and we'll provide a lot of them.
Subscribe. Je suis détente, je baille. C'est quoi la garnison? Je suis un paladin de Glune, le dieu du sommeil et de l'ennui. Putain, en plus c'est marche, je t'aime. Je te jure, quand je commence à faire la voix, ça vient tout seul.
Et toi, qu'est-ce que t'en penses là-bas?
Alors on
je
s'aime
sais rien du tout.
Ok, je te l'enverrai ça après. Niveau distance, on est là. Okay.